Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barca, where we are going to be discussing on the latest as usual. We start with a story claiming that Barcelona continue to pay attention to Manchester City winger Riyad Mahrez. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking on this other report claiming that three Barcelona heavyweights are set to 100% stay at the club next season. We are going to be discussing on that as well. Thirdly, talking about manager Xavi, as it has been reported that he have demanded Barcelona director to go all in for the renewal of three key players. We are also going to be looking at that. Then finally, still talking about Xavi, he wants to sign 7 players in 7 different positions for Barcelona. This is according to report from Sport. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barca, Barca, Barca. One of Europe's most in-demand wingers, Riyad Mahrez, has reportedly made it to the list of players Barcelona are following. As reported by the Italian publication Food Mercato, Barcelona are among 5 top teams, including Chelsea, Real Madrid, Milan, and Paris Saint-Germain, who are keeping a close tab on Mahrez's situation at the Etihad. The Algerian winger has a valid contract with Man City until 2023, and while there is a verbal assurance in place, nothing substantial has been done over an extension. This has triggered an extensive tussle between the aforementioned sides, leading to the suggestion that the player will in fact be on the move in the summer. So there is one particular aspect that explains why City might look to offload Mahrez in the first place. At 31 years of age, the Algerian is at a time where he can only land one big contract. At City, there is a word of honor, but the bigger picture still remains a certain Erling Haaland. City are said to be close on agreeing terms with the Borussia Dortmund frontman, and if the deal is in fact struck, City will have to offload someone since his operation is rightly expected to cost them as much as 100 million euros. The aforementioned amount includes triggering his release clause followed by the signing on as well as the agent fee, with the notorious Mino Raiola handling his case. One can expect City to spend much more than the anticipated figures. So where does Barcelona come in? Amidst all that has been said, the future of Ousmane Dembele still hangs in the middle of nowhere. Despite being the starter, there is still no agreement between the parties, and if he does decide to leave, the team will need someone to cover the position. Now at 31, Mahrez isn't really the like-to-like replacement, but the winger has shown what quality he possesses by scoring an impressive 23 goals and 7 assists across all competitions. His tally is more than the combined total of Memphis Depay and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, both of whom have scored 11 goals this season. It's not to say that Barcelona's chances of acquiring Mahrez are next to impossible, but as mentioned by the club president earlier, they will now throw money to land any big-name player who can disrupt the already troubled finances. They will turn their head towards Rafinha should Dembele exit the club despite all efforts to make him stay. Then on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona president Joan Laporta is reportedly settling up for a major restructure in the upcoming summer transfer window as he believed that the squad is in need of a total makeover. Some of the recent performances since the last international break have put a dampener on the air of optimism that had been built around the club since Xavi's appointment. So there is the possibility of an overhaul come summer. However, Gerard Romero is now claiming that even though there may be some notable exits from Camp Nou before next season, but 3 senior players are 100% expected to stay put at Barcelona. Indeed, as per the journalist, club captain Sergio Busquets, Gerard Piqué and Jordi Alba are unlikely to be shown the exit doors in the summer and will remain a part of the setup under Xavi for the upcoming campaign. So is this the right call? Despite their advancing years, the trio of Piqué, Busquets and Alba have once again been key to Barca's setup. The club captains have been practically ever present in the starting lineup for the majority of the season. Indeed, Busquets is the most used outfield player in the ongoing season for Barca, having played 47 games in all competitions, that is 4,060 minutes. Alba has clocked the second highest minutes for the team, that is 3,533 minutes out of 40 games, with Piqué fourth on the list, that is 3,073 minutes out of 39 games. The veteran trio has shown signs of age catching up with them at times, But at the same time, they have also put on several displays showing that they still have plenty left in their tanks to offer the team. In Ronald Arago, Eric Garcia, and incoming Andres Christensen, Barca might have enough options in defense to potentially move on from Piqué. But the club still do not have a replacement for Busquets and need him until an heir is ready to take over. The same can be said about Alba, who continues to be one of the top left backs in the game despite his advancing years. So while the reliance on the aging trio is a concern, having them around for another year might not be the worst idea as Xavi continues his rebuild. There will come a time for the old guard to move on, but not this summer. Then on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona are gearing up for a tense final phase of the campaign, with the club looking to secure a place inside the top four come May. But in addition to performing well on the pitch, the Catalans have an important month coming up in their quest to secure a future of some of the star players in the team. According to a report from Dario Sport, Xavi Hernandez has urged Barcelona to go all out for the renewal of three of his most important players in Ousmane Dembele, Ronald Araujo, and Xavi. Dembele sits top on Xavi's priority list as the coach rates the player quite highly and has been quite influential in helping him get back into his best following a tense January transfer window. The operation has proven to be difficult so far due to the financial implications. Although Dembele is reportedly willing to lower his salary demands, he wants a significant signing bonus that could make things tricky for Barcelona. Another desired renewal for Xavi is Ronald Araujo. The young Uruguayan has emerged as a defensive linchpin for Barcelona, with many expecting him to become the face of Barca's defense in years to come. Arago's current deal at the Camp Nou expires at the end of next season. The two parties have been locked in negotiations for quite some time now, but are yet to reach an agreement so far. However, there is much optimism in the Barca camp surrounding the renewal of Arago. The defender has already moved into a posh neighborhood and is set to live in the same building as Frankie de Jong, which points at an immediate contract extension. As for Gavi, things are a tad bit uncertain. Although the youngster is keen on continuing his progress at Camp Nou, he is holding out for a lucrative contract, and lately, super agent Josh Mendes has expressed a desire to represent the young Spaniard. Although Barcelona have an excellent relationship with Mendes, the meddling in negotiations could force the club to offer improved terms for Gavi, who has no shortage of suitors around Europe this season. Then on to the final story of discussion. The recent decline in the form of Barcelona has cast light on the lack of quality depth in several positions in the squad. It has forced manager Xavi Hernandez to keep using the preferred starting 11, leading to fatigue and in turn poor performances. The manager is intent on avoiding such a situation from next season onwards and is already jotting out plans to address the issue in the summer transfer window. As reported by Sport, Xavi wants at least two quality players for every position on the pitch for the upcoming campaign, and in order to achieve that goal, the Barca boss is targeting 7 new signings in 7 different positions in the summer. The 7 positions that Xavi wishes to bolster are goalkeeper, right back, centre back, left back, central midfield, right wing, and centre forward. But Barca already have several targets earmarked for each position, while in some cases the club are already close to completing the signing of an intended target. So for example, Andres Christensen is reportedly set to join in the summer to strengthen the centre back slot, with an agreement already in place to sign him from Chelsea when his contract expires. Similarly, Frankesi is also poised to join the club on a Bosman deal when his deal with AC Milan rules out. As for the remaining 5 targets, Xavi and Barcelona remain intent on signing Azpilicueta from Chelsea to add to their right-back department. The veteran star's versatility would make him an option anywhere across the back line, which is certain to appeal to the club. On the other flank, several players like Javi Galán of Celta Vigo, Nico Tagliafico of Ajax, Alex Telles of United, and Alex Grimaldo of Benfica are some of the names being linked as Barca look for an able deputy for Jordi Alba. As for the goalkeeper department, the Blaugrana could be ready to back Inaki Pena once he returns from his loan spell at Galatasaray. However, the report adds that there is a possibility that the club could recruit someone from outside to compete with Marc-Andre ter Stegen. The right flank is a cause for concern given Ousmane Dembele's unresolved future and Loni Adama Traore's decline in form. A new player in the position is needed, with Barcelona's sight fixed on Leeds United and Brazil winger Rafinha. And finally, a prolific goal scorer is a top priority for Barca. Lewandowski of Bayern emerging as the top target after it became clear Erling Haaland's signing will be difficult. It is claimed that Lewandowski is yet to accept the contract tabled by Bayern and could be available for 40 million euros, with movement expected in the coming weeks. So, callers, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.